Hi, I'm Tiffy. If there's one thing that will always get me excited to wake up in the morning, it is the smell of freshly baked bread. What if I told you I have a recipe that has no sugar, no oil, no dairy, low yeast, and the best part is, no machine is needed because this is a fail-proof recipe that is beginner friendly. Welcome back to episode 3 of Mama's Bakery. Today we're making 4 different types of bread with just one dough. Let's start off by making the master dough. In a container, add in flour, salt, yeast, and water. Mix it with a chopstick until everything is fully combined. This is the consistency you're looking for. Put the lid on and let it rest overnight. The next day, the dough should have doubled in size. Pour flour all over the counter, then gently pour out the dough. The dough is pretty sticky, so dust flour all over the dough and your hands. Using your hands, gently press out the dough until it becomes a rectangular shape. It doesn't need to be perfect, but this will also help push out some of the bigger air bubbles. Now all you have to do is fold the left side in, then the right, fold the top part down, and then fold the bottom part up. Pinch everything close to help seal the dough. Now flip it around so the smooth side is facing up. You can gently shape the dough with your hand and form it into a circle like this. Let it rest on a baking sheet to prevent it from sticking. Cover and let it rest for 1 hour. Next up, we're making olive stuffed bread. Honestly, you can do any stuffing of your choice since the steps are all the same. Once the dough becomes a rectangular shape, add in your filling. And repeat the same step as before. Other fillings I've tried before and loved are jalapeno and cheese, sun-dried tomato, toasted sesame seeds, raisins, or blueberries. The choices are endless. Make sure to tightly pinch and seal the opening to prevent the fillings from spilling out. I like to make bread every Saturday night, so I have freshly baked bread throughout the week. Cover and let it rest for 1 hour. While we wait, we can also make individual bread using the same dough. I posted online my mom's cheesy stuffed bread, and it had so many requests for a recipe, so let's make it together. Cut the dough into 4 even pieces. Working one at a time, using your hands, gently press out the air bubbles and form the dough into an oval shape, adding cream cheese and shredded cheese at the top of the dough. Now roll and tuck in the dough to prevent it from spilling. Once everything is rolled in, pinch the opening closed, including the sides. You can adjust the size of the dough depending on what you are using the bread for. I found this to be the perfect size for making the sandwich. Let it rest for 1 hour. Another filling that I love is raisin and roasted walnuts. Similar as before, the choices are endless when it comes to the fillings. I've done raisin and cream cheese, which I loved, and also bacon and cheese for a savory filling. The steps are the same as before. You want to make sure you tuck and pinch the opening closed to prevent the filling from spilling out. This dough has honestly been such a game changer for me. As someone who doesn't enjoy baking and gets intimidated by any yeast-related recipe, I swear this recipe is so easy, but it tastes so good, even better than store-bought bread. Now all we have to do is wait. After 1 hour, the dough should have now doubled in size. Gently remove the bread from the pot and put the pot back into the oven while it preheats to 500 Fahrenheit. Dust some flour on top of the bread to prevent it from burning, and using a scissor, you can slice up any pattern of your choice. Once the oven is done preheating, carefully add the bread back into the pot. Put the lid on and bake for 20 minutes with the lid on. Be careful as this is super hot. After 20 minutes, remove the lid and bake for another 10 to 15 minutes. And just like that, we got a beautiful loaf of bread ready to enjoy. Easy, no knead, fail-proof recipe, perfect for bread lovers like you and I. Next up, let's bake the cheesy stuffed bread. Dust flour all over the bread and using the scissors, slice it open in the middle. Bake the bread with a pot of water for 10 minutes. The steam will help ensure the bread stays nice and moist on the inside. After 10 minutes, remove the water and top with even more cheese. Bake for another 15 minutes or until nice and golden brown and you're ready to enjoy. Last but not least, the raisin walnut bread. I'm cutting diagonally this time, but you can really do any pattern you like. Bake with a pot of water for 10 minutes and then remove the water and bake for another 15 minutes. And just like that, we got a week's worth of bread ready to enjoy. Now look at that. Wow, I can't believe this. This all looks so good. Can you believe that all this bread is made with just one dough and no knead? The bread is like nice and crunchy on the outside, but still super soft on the inside, and the air bubbles are honestly perfect. I love these type of breads because they freeze and reheat super well. So once it cools down, slice it up and seal it up, and then you can let it rest in the fridge for 1 month. They are amazing on its own or just with a little bit of butter. Chef's kiss. For the cheese one, I like to cook them a little bit less than the rest of the buns because I like to use it for sandwiches when I slice it in half. And they have so much cream cheese stuffed in the middle. Ooh. Easily my favorite, the cheese bread, unreal. You really have so many options when it comes to this bread and any filling you like. The olive one is for sure my go-to. It adds a nice saltiness to the bread, which I love. And of course, we couldn't forget the craisin and walnut with cream cheese. The cream cheese is totally optional, but I'm a big fan of cream cheese. If not, if you just do the walnut too, it's also perfect. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy all this bread. I hope you guys like this video. Big shout out to my mom for always being the best at baking, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!